forgot to announce one more person that was real instrumental in getting this event the way it is. The guy right here holding the camera, Mark Kozer. Say hi to Mark, everybody. We'll probably be on YouTube tonight. So. Okay, we got one more person before you start meeting the staff and faculty so they can actually welcome you to the college officially over there in our beautiful pond. We have Dr. Rick Rams, who will be talking to you about what we do and how we prepare for our tours that we're going to be providing tonight. Dr. Rams.
Quick question. How many of you attended parent night last spring? Show of hands. You remember? You did. That's good. All right. Thanks for coming back. How many of you are nervous, like really nervous about starting the first day of class? Like it's Friday and this is going to be the shortest weekend of your life, and Monday you are going to be scared. All right. I see a few hands. How many of you have already gone around campus and tried to find your classes? Any of you? Show of hands. How many of you know what you're enrolled in? There we go. Good. Okay, that's important. You know, the first day of college is probably the most frightening day for anybody. All of us who've been there and done that know that it's really, really crazy. Parking, you've heard, is a mess, and it truly is. So plan ahead. If you have a 10 a.m. class, don't leave your house at 9:30 and expect to arrive at your class on time. It's probably not going to happen, to be honest with you. And if you do have free parking, you know, we have many lots, so try maybe different lots if you see tons of cars in there, things like that. All right. You know, one of the great things about Cypress is we do have lots of services you've heard about. You're going to see a lot of resource tables. You're going to eat some free food. You're going to meet our faculty. You're going to see this community of staff, faculty, administration hanging out. They're going to welcome you with open arms. They're going to have tables with information. If you've never seen the interior of our campus, some of the images are featured right here on this display. You'll have a chance to walk around and explore that. One of my roles is to facilitate campus tours. So our associated students, and some of them are along the aisles right here, they raise their hands in a little bit. They're going to be down by the pond, and they're going to be hanging out. You'll hear some music. You'll see some tables. I'll come over the loudspeaker and make an announcement that tours are going to be forming, and you'll see our students holding these up. At that time, you should be gathering around our tour guides. We'll divide you up into small groups, and we'll give you a tour. What's cool is, if you don't know what classes you're enrolled in, or you don't know what buildings your classes are located in, our Student Activity Center, which is right next to where this event's being held, has a computer lab. So if you have your ID number and your PIN number, you can log into one of their computers, go into your My Gateway, look at your classes, quickly write down what classrooms you have, and while you're on the tour, you can ask the tour guide, hey, can you help me find H131? I don't know what building or class that is. And they'll walk you right to it. I'll tell you what, we operate these information booths on the first day of school, right next to the bell tower. You'll see a canopy of 10 students, the campanile right next to the student center. We have students staffing that, and the number one question we get is, where is this class located? The number two question we get is parking free this week? You know the answer, parking free the first 2 weeks. And the other question we get from time to time is, when is lunchtime? We don't have lunchtime in college. College is, when you see your schedule, and I'm going to debunk a myth, like I'm serious, some students actually ask that, you get that question, you'll get questions similar to that, when can I go home? When you're in college, believe it or not, you know, Dr. Castle said, for math, go to class. The reason you want to go to class is in many cases, your instructors aren't going to take attendance other than maybe the first 2 or 3 class sessions or randomly throughout the term at a specific time. That's up to them. They'll verify you're there, who's enrolled, and then maybe the second session and beyond, you really don't have attendance. So if you don't show up, that's your decision. But being successful requires showing up. But no one's going to dismiss you and say, okay, there's going to be a bell, go home. It doesn't work like that. So if you're not feeling well, you don't call into an attendance office. You let your instructor know, or most students may not show up to class, so you have that flexibility. Okay, so I encourage you to take a campus tour. If you're nervous about finding your classes, we'll help you with that. Okay, so now we're going to dismiss, and what we're going to do is we're going to follow folks out. Are both entries open? Perfect. So you can exit out either side, and then we're going to be on the back part of the lake.